Labas rytas.
Labas rytas, all families.
Yeah, it's a very important day today. And for us it's a very difficult day because we have a lot to tell to you, and we answer questions. You see 4 questions on the paper, and the problem is these are not your questions, these are our questions. So it's not really interesting for you because we didn't know your questions. But so perhaps it's tiring for you, and you will fall asleep or fall down from the chair. So we've tried to solve this problem. You have a first aid package. So if you have a problem and so that you're weak or what, you get it. First aid. So it's prepared. And we take a video. So it's no problem when you know your thoughts or in the afternoon, your 3 minutes and so on. You can look it later. Yeah? So, and we also make an audio and so, and you have the handout. So we have 4 questions, our questions.
What has happened in the last 2 years? What is happening today? Where do we get our energy from? What can we start with today?
So, what happened during the last years? And you already did the work yesterday. This happened. Quite nice. Because we are not able, in this language you speak, we made a picture, because pictures are international, and the picture is the tree.
Yes. As a comparison to your growing, the tree has branches and leaves and fruits, a trunk and roots. And we saw that your roots grow deeper. The roots are the source of strength, that you can live good. And the first thing we see when we notice when we look at a tree are the leaves. They are fine and green, or they fall down, we see the leaves and the fruits. This is
Grown.
This is grown, and what we not so quick we see is a trunk, because it is growing slowly, huh? But it's the strongest part of the tree, and this is our partnership.
So the strongest is our partnership.
Yes.
And we grew slowly in partnership.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Fine.
we grow. Also when we sit before a tree and look at the tree, we can imagine its growth.
So you did a good job yesterday, and these are good fruits. And now we will tell you the importance of the green jar. Wait a few minutes. Second page. On the second page, there's a lot of words, but there are 4 very important messages we want to tell you. For us, very important, we tell it to you.
Why has this happened in the last 2 years? Because of our decision as a couple, as a husband and wife, to do something for our partnership. And you write here, these weekends we have time to talk together. No work, the children are in care, and we have time for us both.
And it was not an easy decision, if you remind back, to go to this course 2 years, and it's time, and it's money, and it's long, and we don't know what will happen. So it was not easy to decide, but now you say, yes, we decided to invest in our partnership. And we heard from one man, he said, it was the best decision of my life. So at least it's a good decision, perhaps the best. But it is not only your decision, this success here, it's also a decision of God. And
He made us He makes possible that we can love each other more than before.
And Father Kentenich tells us that when we experience our love of a couple together, our love for each other, we experience also the love of God, because the love we can give and we can get is the love of God. So God decided to give us His love, and He decided that you give His love to your partner. So it's a very important decision, and thank you.
Because God has a plan for us of our life, because God has a plan of love for me and for us. What Father Kentenich tells us, what has the dear Lord planned? He planned me, created me, because He has loved me from eternity. My whole life should be an unfolding of this plan of love. We have to think, to pray, what is the plan of God? Because He loves me, what can I do to respond to His love?
First we have to transfer the sentence from me to us.
Yes.
So our whole life should be an unfolding of His plan of love. This is a word Father Kentenich likes. God has a plan of love, or a love plan for us. And so when we try to consider it, what it means, so it's really great, because all we experienced, all the difficulties we had, you have mentioned difficulties, and it was not so easy to understand that you cannot change your partner, but only yourself. You said you managed it during these 2 years. So it's a plan of love. Also, through these difficulties, he gives us, or he...
We heard yesterday evening, a man broke his leg. He had to stay at home, and there it was possible to talk together. No good experience to break a leg, but the result was better.
So, a good example for the plan of love of God. And now you did a great job. And we will tell you what it means, this green chart. So you said, we want to keep. So our experience, we want to keep for the future, until the end of our life, I think, for the future. So all future, we want to keep it. And now we think, so perhaps you can accept it, we think that this is what you want to keep, this is a plan of love of God for you. This is our, you can think and accept it, or say, no, perhaps it's more, or less. But so, when you see this green chart in this view, that when you fulfill it, when you keep it, as you have the desire to keep it, then you follow the plan of love God has with you. So our proposal is to put this in the home shrine. And so you can see it every day, you say, you want to keep it. Okay. So, this was a good message. we also have not so good messages, but later. This was the first important message for you from this page. The second one is, it's a word of Father Tilman Bella. You know, he's our teacher, he's in principle the founder of Academy. But we did it, but it was his idea and initiative. And he wrote a book to become holy as a married couple. And last time we copied a few pages for you, and
You will get it.
we also did it for this time. And in the first chapter, there's a sentence, and it's a sentence you just read over it, and it's a sentence like many other sentences. But for us, we know this is a central desire of Father Tilman Bella. And can you read?
We have reason to believe that in the coming times God wants to bless the Church with more holy families.
So, Father Bella doesn't write this book only to help married couples to manage their life and to have a life to have a Christian life. Father Bella is convinced that God wants that married couples influence the Church and they help to renew the Church.
Not only the Church, but the society, the good educated children, and so on.
So he wrote this book in this sense because he thinks it's God's will that married couples take initiative and that they contribute to the development of church and of society. So this was the desire of the life of Father Bella, and for us it's a reason we follow him, because that's it. That's what we want to do.
When we look to the history of church, we see many single persons are holy persons. I think you know Mother Teresa of Calcutta. She was a holy single person who do a big, great work to show the love of God to the people. But now the time is coming that there should be holy families, holy couples.
So why not at least Sweden family?
Yes.
And why not a family from here? So,
the Pope wanted to, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, wanted to canonize a couple as a holy couple. There was none couple. But now we have Celine and Louis Martin,
the
parents of little Therese. 10 years it is ago that they were canonized, the Jubilee. And in the meantime, other families also, or other couples also canonized.
So we have a third important sentence for you, idea for you. This is the tree, and what is the tree? What are the leaves and branches and so on? And we say these are the little things of our daily life. So the question is, can we fulfill the will of God? Can we go this path, this plan of life? And we do it when we do our little things, when we manage our daily life. So we don't need to do extraordinary things, very great events and actions and on. It's the daily life. So that we can convince other people to live the Christian way when we manage our daily life in the way of Christians. So this is the third message, and the fourth message. These are your experiences. You all made home talks, and so I remember when we started to make such talks and so we thought our little things what we tell, it's not really interesting for the people because it's nothing big. We just talk on little things, little problems and so. And we were surprised that these little things, which we think it's not very interesting what we tell, that they were relevant for the people. They were interested, they took it, and you could feel they need it. The things we say are just ordinary, what we do, it's nothing special. But the people need it. So we have the experience that what we tell in our talks, home talks and so, that is really relevant. Also when we cannot imagine that it's relevant because it's just not important. Okay. Yeah, we wrote, difficulties. They are necessary to get a strong trunk. We all experienced those difficulties. We are quite sad that one couple did not overcome these difficulties because despite they are normal, it's normal to have a problem and to cannot continue, but it's a need for becoming strong. Today, what happens today? Or will happen today?
Will happen today in the afternoon. The bishop will come and present us with our diplomas. And these are a mark of recognition for us, for you, not for us also, for you.
In March, when we were here, we talked that you should become side chapels of the church. We had here the cathedral and side chapels. Okay, half a year later, perhaps you can accept this proposal or this comparison. And in some way, when the bishop will talk to you and give you diplomas, he accepted that you are side chapels. It doesn't use the word side chapels, but the meaning of it. So we put it in the mouth of the bishop now. Today is a quite important day. So we talk on future now. Also, for you the future is the afternoon. We talk for a long
Future. Coming year.
So 2 years we experienced, and we compare it with an airplane which is climbing into the air.
Yes, we start and to get the high.
Yeah. So we can see it here always. Airplanes climbing up into the air. About 2 years, up, until today. What's tomorrow? Do we continue climbing? Do we say, oh, we are high enough and now more horizontal movement? So this is an important decision for you.
Do we want to continue to grow as a couple, as a family?
Well, is it enough? No, it's enough. Okay, just a comparison from the technique of airplanes. It is worked out. See the 3 pictures here, right hand. When the airplane tries to fly the same height, it will in reality decrease in height. And so the airplane always, also when it wants to fly the same height, it always has to fly a little bit up, that it doesn't decrease. So
It's called banana.
even if you say, okay, it's enough, we don't want to climb so much, you have a little bit to climb until that you don't lose your height. So this is a technical picture, but it's a decision, and the decision in reality is that if you want to continue climbing in what speed ever, you have to invest. So you cannot say now it's enough and now it's okay. You have to continue investing. And on this subject, investing, we will talk now. We got a picture from another academic couple from a course, and he said, "Naja, it is like this. These couples in the course, they were in a train, 2 years in a train, and the train went on, and
Lead by a team.
you
Yeah.
lead by a company, a railway company, Schematinerius company, and so. And now the train stops. Everybody has to go out. We are at the end station, so we don't continue. Go out. And these couples, they were used. It goes on, always goes on. No, it stops. I've experienced in Japan. I was one Sunday on Mount Fuji, and then difficult enough to go up with buses and then down with a bus and then with a railway to Tokyo, back to Tokyo. And was exactly the situation.
Without this?
Yeah, without this.
Because
Yeah. It was
time again.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
The train stopped, the people stood up and left the train, and I was sitting alone in Japan.
Without reading and possibility.
But I during the day I met a Japanese guy, and he helped me to continue. So the message is, I had needed, and you need other persons. So it's not enough self-education to do for us, but we need other persons to continue. Mm-hmm. Don't lose our way. And we say it in this way that until now we went, let's say, in a train with the sign pedagogy. Pedagogy.
Yeah.
Pedagogy.
Yeah.
And now, pedagogy is not enough and not sufficient. We need sociology. Yeah? So, working together with others. And it's a new situation, and it requires a new strategies. So, we try to work out some aspects for this new situation. So the situation, as we told, it's until now you were led by a team, academy team. Thank you for it. Yesterday you said thank you to them.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
And now you have to organize yourself. As a Scheimusch Academy Team 6. So, the problem, only one word, the problem in this team is when you get disappointments. So we have to try to prevent disappointments. If you do anything, they
weakens the team.
They weaken the team, yeah, and they will come. So, we have 4 or 5 aspects of this
Teamwork.
teamwork. The first aspect is very nice, is this.
Complementarity.
So that
We put like puzzle stones for this.
that we complement each other, and so we heard Scrimantinerius told us on Monday on your home talks, and they were very excited and so and had a lot of joy when telling it. And so we say, okay, you have four home talks, have four values which described it in this way, which is written here: humor and growing and this house pattern and fulfilling God's plan. And it was in a short time, so they taught us these four home talks, and then we got the picture, which is on the next slide. Oh, it fits together. So each home talk, each speech is nice and complete, but all four together is more. And it's really something round. And so we see how good it is to complement each other. And that what we do together is bigger than what we do alone. Yeah. The problem is that we need this complementarity, but we don't love it. So we love people who think the same as we and talk the same as we, and it's so nice. But it's no complement.
Oh, yeah.
You don't complement each other if you're all the same. So it's interesting when people are different. So we are very happy that we have this Italian guy here. And he loves it to be here. Okay, so this is a theme, how to complement each other. What we now advise is the following. When you, so not today, not tomorrow, perhaps in a few days, a few weeks, talk how to continue, what can we do, that you don't start with what to do, because it's easy. If you make a brainstorming, what should we do? After 20 minutes, we have 5 pages full of flip chart, and it doesn't help. But we advise that the question is not what we should do, but how we should do. How can we work together in this team or in other teams? This how to work is important. I also learned it in Japan, because in this time I was technician. They were really leading in this how to work on it, what to work. And we had to learn it.
As Europeans.
As Europeans, yeah. So how we do it, it's described here. So you only need, when you work together as a team, take these experiences, and this is how to do it. So not only in the marriage team of married couple, but also in another team. So the same values are necessary you worked out for you as a couple. So the challenge now is that it's good to have people with different thinking, and and we have to learn how to work together. We don't want to talk too much. We have a video. We have a workshop.
From a firma some years ago.
2019. And we made it in practice. So we are a company, we want to earn money. How can we earn money, and what should we do? We describe it here. And in this video, I also explain a experience I had in Italy. I was quality manager and I gave a quality prize to an Italian company. For our company, it was Philips. And the quality manager, it was hard for me to stay with him. I had 2 hours and he explained me a lot of things. And what he explained me didn't interest me. It was boring. It's a very interesting factory and so on, the machines and so was interesting, but he talked on details which didn't interest me. And so I was really, and then I thought, 2 hours in this, I cannot bear it. It's too hard for me. Always to listen things which don't interest me. And then I said, and now I try. This man had a joy. He was joyful, so he really liked his job and so what he did. And I said, okay, from now on, I share his joy. So it's not interesting for me, but the joy, I share his joy, and it was possible. So I explained it more in detail. So this is a possibility to overcome these different languages and different way of thinking. Perhaps you are surprised that this circle now, observe, compare, streamline, apply, is here. You already know it. And as Gemeindernarius told always on this, and it was very
Always the same.
very challenging. And why do they all the time and so on. But you can try to apply it also when you're together in a team, when you talk with others. And one of the most important steps from these 4 steps is the first one, observing. So when we observe, we make a connection with the object or the person we observe, we connect with this person, and this changes something. So when we observe really in this connection from heart to heart, it changes my observations.
This observation can be, I look with cold eyes, or I look with warm eyes on the person.
So observing is important because it leads us to the possibility to make the right things for other persons. And we do it in a good way when our observations are very specific. So not all Lithuanians are like this, or all Lithuanians do this. So, no.
This person, this couple, special.
So, for example, I can tell you that Lithuanian people are very nice. My observation. Okay. Really, I love Lithuania. So you feel very well, so wonderful. I come to Lithuania not because of the mountains, but because of my people. Okay. It's an observation, but not a good observation. The observation could be, I like Lithuanian people because when we sit on the table and they talk and they laugh and we don't understand anything, but always one person translates for us.
Yeah. Come
Always they look,
translate.
they notice we don't understand and come translate. This is nice. Therefore, we like Lithuanian people. So you see the different observations, concrete. These people here, they translate for us. So observing is very important. We have here a sentence of Father Tilman Bella, where he describes this way of observing, it should be personally, and he describes this connection from heart to heart, and he describes also that when we make a good observations also to peoples we don't agree with their opinion, we speak tactful and with competence and reverent. So observing is very important, and observation is the base of our working for families. So when we work together, it's not so important what we should do, but for whom we should do. And this whom we observe. Yeah. And then we have perhaps ideas, and we want that other people share these ideas and help us to bring it to fruits and so on. But nobody's interested. Then we say, okay, we let the wind blow.
Yeah, it's like ceterum censeo, like this Latin word. I tell something, ceterum censeo, my idea, I let the wind blow, and when I next time have a possibility to talk, I let the wind blow, and some of the other couples will join me, because it's a good idea, a big idea, and some join us.
Also, we don't try to convince within 5 minutes, but we let the wind blow during some weeks. It's perhaps also in the discussions or conflicts of married couples, so not always a quick decision, but we let the time work. So, very important, we should do and we want to and so, and a lot of things we want to keep, but where to get the energy? So, this is a problem. We do such a lot and then we are exhausted and have no energy we would like, and because we can't not do, we lose even more energy, so because we have a bad conscience and so. So here's some aspects how we can get energy, or where do we get it from. One is when, this is a very big value, when we here together in the group, we have same basic value without talking on it. And one example, there was a man from 5th course, and he knew couples from the first 4 courses of academy, and then he said, and says quite often, with this academic couples, I can talk in another way than with other couples. So that you just start talking and you're on the same level and you don't need to explain and to do.
And the same value.
It's the same value. Yeah. And it saves energy if you can talk with people who have the same base, the same ground, standing on the same ground. It is easier to communicate. You don't need to explain and to be careful, may I say it or not, and so.
It saves energy.
It saves energy. And here is a proposal of mentioning such base values. They start always with I believe and we believe. And so it says from a German Schoenstatt-father, the movement leader of Germany, and he works now with it in Germany, and we took it for us. And you can check whether it is also
your
your beliefs. So the belief that we have an ideal of marriage, or what you are quite sure that we believe that we can grow. You've written it here. Or that God works in our lives. Also written here. We believe that our contribution counts.
It's a small contribution.
Really?
But it counts.
4 couples. What contribution have 4 couples? Lithuania is 2.5 million people. And how many percent is 4 from 2.5 million? So, can we believe it, that our contribution counts?
Yes, because God make it bigger.
So to be sure that our contribution counts, we ask Father Kentenich, and he will say yes. Yeah, and we believe in the charisma, our charisma and charisma of others. Yeah. So it saves energy to have such a baseline where you can start talking. So these are roots, and the roots also grew by the time. And we have experiences, and our belief is based on those experiences. Yeah, we need energy. Where do we get energy? Who gives you energy?
The people who are interested in this
You give you energy.
will tell.
And the key word is interest. We noticed and experienced by ourselves, and we have examples here, that if somebody is interested in what we do, I do, then it gives energy. It gives us a power. So we don't need to help other persons or to say, yes, I also do it, but just be interested and acknowledge that it is useful, that it is worthful.
But if you have the possibility to hear, to listen.
I give you an example. We have a family which is very talented, and they are engaged in a program which is not from Schönstadt, but Teen Star and sexual
For
education and sexuality for pupils,
yes.
for children.
Yeah. Children
And they are very, very engaged in this, and many people say, they should not do so much here, they should do more for us. And so, well, let's say for academy, we need them for academy, and they are here, academy. So, what did we do? There was a good occasion that we asked them to tell their experiences. How do they do it? That these young children, that you can explain the values, Christian values of sexuality in times like this to small children, so 9, 10, 12 years. How can you manage it? And they explained what they do. 2 hours, not 2 hours, but half an hour, they explained. And then we said, it's wonderful what you do, it's great. And next meeting, we repeated it. Yeah, it's great what you do. And what happened now? They do still Dienstag and they work for academy. No, it's possible. Where's the power? Well, that's against the power. Only because we were interested in them and told, yeah, it's great what you do. And this gives strength, this gives power. And this is what we can do. And we should do. And we don't do it, we cannot manage it. So but important is the real interest, not technically to speak so communication. No, really interested from heart to heart, and say, it's great what you do. And then the other one gets is sure that his contribution counts. Because we tell it, it's important what you do. So, it was a long story. In Schönstadt history, there is an example which is now our view very important. This is the Artus round. Artus is a
king,
Spanish king.
Time, yeah.
And he had his knights around him and a round table, and he was the king and Artus round. And this so-called Artus round in Schönstadt was a meeting in a building which here is...
Yes, a picture, a big one, it's a big building. There is a room you can see.
It was met.
Yeah.
So if you come to Schönstadt, here's a chapel, and so behind the chapel on a little hill is this building, and it was built 1928 and in use until 51.
With Father Kentenich, yeah, until 19.
Okay, so they had a community eating together. The Schönstadt fathers, when they came together, they ate together, and then they told their experiences. And here's an original sentence from a man who took part in these meetings.
When one of them returned from a trip, the others would look at him with interest, expecting a report on his activities outside. And because their reports were received with notable joy and sincere goodwill, the reporter's tongue was loosened without further ado.
So this last sentence is for us. Also, the reports, what we tell each other, are received with notable joy. We always talk on joy, notable joy, so I could feel it. And goodwill, and this loosens the tongue, and the other couldn't stop talking. And in some way, he got energy by talking, and in this atmosphere where somebody listened to him, he got the energy to continue. And what we state additionally, that we also experience that God is interested in us. So God is interested in us, and for us, this interest is also important for marriage couples, that they are interested in each other. Perhaps you think it's normal that they're interested, but we often come to couples and we ask some questions, so we talk with, for example, with the husband, and we see the wife, big surprise, she never heard it, what this husband tells to us. Oh.
They are both in what is the room?
In their job.
Both in their job, and this exchange didn't work.
Yeah. So this interest in each other is very important, and especially in these times, two different jobs, we don't to tell the problems of the job because the other one has enough problems, but it's not right. You have to know something of each other and to be interested in each other, because this gives power. And this is our only source of power we have. Not only, okay.
One source of
One important. Now the bad news. Wonderful things. You want to keep it. And so our advice is to put it in the home shrine, and you see it every day, and it gives you joy. I hope it gives you joy and good relation to God. It's a relation to God. Yeah. So, sorry. You put it in your home shrine, and after 1 month, could be, it could be, that you take it and say, oh, nothing with it. Very bad. And now we need others. We cannot solve this problem alone. Now we need others. First we need God. We take this to God and say, dear God, we wanted to do this. It didn't work. And then we listen to the reaction. What is the reaction of God? When we tell him, listen, he'll take on. Dear Eva, try it once more. You are a good girl, God says to Eva, and make your husband happy. So we need this, and God does it. God says, okay, we start new. And we tell you an example. We were in Croatia, and there was a similar situation. A course finished, and we decided to continue with this course. And after 6 weeks, we made another weekend with them. And then the couples told what they wanted to do and what they achieved. And nothing, nothing. Everybody, nothing, did nothing. But then we brought them to, they told something a little bit. And then the couples told to each other, oh, you say nothing. You just told what you do. It's great. It's only perhaps a small part of it, but you did it. So the interest of the couples to each other helped them to lift each other and to strengthen each other. And after this one day, it was another atmosphere. They knew, we did something. Not all, but we did. And this is also perhaps for us important to, in the situation where we had good, we wanted to do a lot of things and we did not so much. So we need each other to lift each other, to strengthen each other. So it's very important. And God also does it. This meeting in Schönstadt Fathers, it was one reason, important reason that it was fruitful was that Father Kentenich was in the middle. And the question is, what did he affect? What was his role?
Yes.
And he didn't talk so much. He didn't. It wasn't like the king asked, yeah.
You have to do. No, he listened.
He was just participant.
And he was in the middle of this group.
He was participant, and sometimes he said something. Yeah. So. And we think it was important that he ensured the atmosphere in this team. Yes. And we have here some examples, some videos where this is described the way he did atmospheres. These 2 videos we showed you last time, and perhaps we'll find some more and we edit. But he has the ability, by his presence, to make a good atmosphere. Atmosphere where it's possible to communicate to each other in this way. And
this picture is from Memholz with the flag of Israel.
Yeah, and then we have this example, also a source of energy. This is our jug. which helps us to also this procedure to give things which draw us down in the jug.
Also our joy we can write on this paper. You do it in the morning, or the wishes, or the prayers, or our suffering, our problems, and put it in, and it will be Gnadenkapital.
Capital of grace.
Capital of grace for other people.
Okay, so you already have this jug and you have
you
experience,
know how to
and
do.
we also have it here in the chapel. So now what can we do today, or perhaps tomorrow? So we think, or we observed there's a very good dynamic of the home talks. So you did it, and it was not so easy to prepare it, but then you did it, you had the reaction of the people, and so it's perhaps in principle not so difficult to continue with home talks. And we also have the experience that it's relevant for the people what we tell. So these small things, our small life, it's relevant for the others. They want to get it. And it's also important that we experience that it strengthens our partnership. So it's a partnership training. We have the problems and so, and then we overcome it, and then we have a success. And and we radiate to outside. And we have communication with other people. So
not only here in this circle, but with other couples who want to hear what our experiences are.
Yeah, what can we do? How can we start today? We can think to join a family camp in Schönstadt. So we heard it's, we want to continue with family camps, with good success, these family camps. Perhaps a family camp could be next year in Schönstadt.
In July.
And beginning of July, there is a possible time window.
Father Hans Martin had time, and the sister Doria had time, and this.
And they promised to be with you. And it's also important to perhaps to discover the roots, to get own experiences. Now we bring you our experiences, but when you're in Schönstadt, you have own experiences on Schönstadt and Faserkentenich. And this idea that you can become a part of a large network. And here we have a picture, also in your handout. This is a side wall in
the chapel for families.
In Schönstadt. And on the wall there's a big net, a fisher net, and in this fisher net there are home shrines from families all over the world.
Pictures of home shrine of the family, and cards and letters. All the wall is full of this, because it's for many years now. There's a treasure box where is so high, full of this from years ago.
And we think also Lithuanian families should be part of this network. And to achieve it, we have here cards. And if you write your name on the card and on the back perhaps a message to Mary, we will put it next week.
We come to this chapel and put it in the net. This is our plan.
So, it's
Marija or jūsų šeimą, tada jau kabins tavęs. Taip supratau.
Taip, ką norit parašyti.
Ką norit iš mūsų šeimos.
The language is important?
No, she understands and God understands every language.
A good message.
I'm sure.
Mary speaks Lithuanian, Pastor Kentenik speaks Lithuanian, God speaks a lot of languages, only we not. So, okay.
Yeah.
But all others speak Lithuanian.
Čia kažką rašyti reikia palikti slaptą.
Ne, čia.
O čia kam tas baltas?
Čia ta knyga buvo.
We can put, also, you write your name here, and what you don't want to that the people see, it will be in the net like this, not so.
A, suprantu. Čia rašai, jeigu nenori, kad žmonės skaitytų čia. Čia tik vardą?
Jo, o čia nori užrašyti.
O čia prašymai.
Can we write our phone number here?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's then you say account number, yeah.
But God can tell you something without phone. It isn't me.
You can try it. Perhaps you get a WhatsApp of Pastor Kentenik.
Yeah.
Miracle.
Miracle.
Okay. So, to become part of a big network,
International.
an international network,
And we
and
don't need before to make quotation for Mari to be a network part.
I don't understand.
We don't understood the system.
okay.
Should we don't have to be a Schoenstatt couple?
No,
No.
no.
But if we need to be,
How?
it's very difficult to come apart here.
It's a very important decision.
But for the Lithuanian it's impossible to bring decision. I always with God make a decision and after God make me to be strong for that decision. Or in Lithuanian is in different things. You before to have to be a perfect man and after be a decision. It's impossible. I need before to bring a crazy decision and after God help us to do a normal person.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is for normal persons.
Okay.
Just to finish it, we
Man, žinau, bet išeina.
just to finish it, I will then concentrate to our afternoon with this picture here. So a second step with this picture and also in your
Is a man with many money
so
and treasures.
and the question is, can we identify with this name? Do we have the feeling we are also very rich? So yeah, and then the question is, why are we rich? We've shown here this charts. So this is a kind of richness we have. We are rich. So when we think, okay, how can we further develop and how can we grow also together with others? So this is a good starting point. We think, okay, why are we rich? What is our richness? So not in the same as in this picture with a lot of gold, but what is our richness? And when we acknowledge this, okay, in some way we are rich, then is the question, okay, are we ready to give a bit of our richness also to others? And so this is for further development, because if we only do something which is great and it doesn't meet the point which is important. So the source of our richness, then yeah, we build a house of sand on sand. So this can be a next step.